Good evening, everybody. Tashina Gonzalez here with my Feel Good Friday. And tonight, as usual, I'm sharing some stuff that I need to research for myself and sharing with all of you guys to see if it's going to be helpful for you. So let me know where you are tuning in from, what city you are in. And today I'm going to be talking about tips for traveling internationally. So let me know if you have in the past traveled internationally and some of your best tips and how you've survived it. So you guys know that I travel for work and I do travel a little bit internationally. However, I'm really going to be traveling internationally fairly soon. And so this will be my first time having like a flight that's over 4.5 hours long. And I'm used to going to like Mexico, but I've never been to Europe before. So right now, I actually, in 4 days, will be flying to Salt Lake City to get some amazing training for my business that I run. And then I come back for 3 days. And then I fly out to Croatia in Europe. So that flight is 8 hours long. And then I have a 3 hour delay in Paris. And then I fly another 2 hours. So I did pick comfortable seats. You know, I did the Delta Comfort. I'm going to get dinner and breakfast, so trying to make myself comfortable as possible, but just some things to remember for myself as I'm traveling and for anyone else that maybe it might be their first time traveling like such internationally. So one important thing is to make sure you contact all your credit cards and give them your travel plans. I have not done that yet, so I got to do that. I'll go in the system for all my debit cards and my credit cards, let them know about my Salt Lake City trip, and then let them know about the countries that I will be going to in Europe. Have digital and physical copies of your documents. So if there's a way for you to have a digital copy of, I usually use my passport and I have a passport card as well. Thankfully, I did not need to get a visa in order to go to Europe, so that was cool. And then as well as your itinerary, right? So I'm going to make sure that I know exactly how to pull up, I think I have the Delta app, how to pull up my hotel information, how to pull up all of my flight information digitally, as well as have physical copies of it, as well as all of my other information. So check your airline's baggage requirements. So this is going to be super important for me because I'm trying to put together my gifts for when I go to Europe for this international convention that I'm going to. And it's proving to take up way more space than I thought it was going to be. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have two huge bags that I'm taking. So I'm an overpacker already, and I usually take one big bag, and I'm able to keep it under 50 pounds. And then I put all my toiletries and all my vitamins and all my extras and stuff in a little bag, and I still check that bag, and then I have another carry-on bag with me. But I'm probably going to have 2 bags, so I'm going to have to be super careful. The funny thing is when I bring it back, because I'm taking all these gifts, one of the bags is going to be probably half empty. But I want to make sure that I'm taking everything that I got. So I'm going to definitely have to make sure when I go to Europe that I check my airline baggage requirements and that I'm within the requirements and everything is all good, right? So arrive 2 hours early. I will definitely make sure that I do that. I am actually notorious for cutting it super close, especially if I'm traveling within the United States. But this is an afternoon flight. I'm leaving in the evening to go to Europe, so that'll be helpful. I usually don't have as much trouble when I'm leaving in the evening as if I'm, got to get up at 4:30 in the morning to do it, because I'm not a morning person. But make sure that you arrive 2 hours early if it's an international flight, no matter what. If you happen to be late, make sure that you talk to immigration. So if you know that your flight is you arrive late, your flight is boarding, then you need to talk to the group of people there and see if they can help you run through, right? So another thing, find comfortable clothes to wear on long flights. Again, I'm going to be on an 8-hour flight. I always travel super comfortable, well, I usually dress comfortable when I'm just hanging out here anyways. But, yeah, I usually have on yoga pants or jogging pants and a super comfortable shirt. So yeah, if you're going to be 8 hours or more on a plane, make sure that you are comfortable in the outfit, that you can stretch in it, that you can sleep in it, right? Reserve a good seat. So again, I did that. Like, I'm going to Salt Lake City in basic economy, but for this one, a Delta Comfort Plus, please. Yes, 8 hour flight, need to have that. Prepare yourself for sleep. So this is going to be super important because I'm leaving at 6 p.m. my time. I'm going to arrive there at 2 p.m. their time. So probably when it's 10 o'clock my time, I'm going to immediately sleep because when I get there, it's going to be 2 p.m. Their time, and my body's going to think that it's 10 p.m. So making sure that I get as much sleep as possible is going to be super important. Don't pack too much in your cabin luggage. So that'll be super important for me as well. Sometimes I can do that. So not make it uncomfortable while I'm on the plane because I'm going to be on the plane for 8 hours. Take your own snacks. So there are snacks that you can get approved. And then move around the plane. So that's something I'm going to have to remind myself and remember to do. I usually try not to bother too many people because I go to the bathroom pretty often when I drink a lot of liquid. But I know if I'm sitting for 8 hours, I'm going to have to get up probably 4 times if I'm not sleeping for at least 4 hours straight. Stay hydrated. Drink lots of water. Relax. So then as you're arriving from your international flight, make sure you double check that you have everything. Figure out if you have to recheck your bags. That's something that can be super stressful for me sometimes when I'm on my way to Mexico. So that's something, it was a good reminder. Okay, I know that I have a 3-hour layover in Paris, so I'll have to figure out fairly quickly if I have to recheck my bags. Fill out your... Hey, Annette, I'm glad that's helpful information. Fill out your immigration card early. So that is something that sometimes I don't do as well. And so it's super important to, like, they hand it to you before you get off the plane. Make sure you fill it out. Because when you get off the plane, it'll just cause a big delay and you'll have to wait. So just fill it out as soon as they hand you your immigration card and take it seriously. This is not the time to, like, get an attitude with people and like stand up for your rights because they don't behave like they do in this country. Like, take immigration seriously in other countries, right? Like, just be nice and give them the information that they need, right? We don't want to have something we don't know that what their laws are and they're a little bit different and have something delay us even more or just take it seriously, guys. Don't exchange money at the airport. That's one of the tips that is here. Do not exchange money at the airport because it will be more expensive, the exchange rates. So look for ATM somewhere else outside of the airport. And then taxis. Know what you're getting into. So that's one of the things that I posted on my timeline. Hello. I was asking people, does Uber work? Does Lyft work? How are the taxis? And I've got the information from people that are either in Europe or have traveled to Europe. The taxis are my best bet. It's the cheapest way to go. So that was good. Be smart, research. So make sure that you know the lay of the land. So I still have to do a lot of that, right? Like, I still got to figure out how much distance is going to be from the airport to my hotel, all the things that are going to be around my hotel. I've already booked my excursion, so I'm super excited about that in Croatia. And then once I go from Croatia over to the Netherlands, because I'll be in Croatia from Thursday through Monday morning, and then I go to the Netherlands for the international convention that I am attending. So I've got a bunch of activities already booked in the Netherlands, and I have an excursion for Saturday, and I'm going to a Young Living farm on Friday in Croatia. So need to get the lay of the land, how long it's going to take me to get places. The individual that's going to take me around the farm, I have his cell phone number. So I still need to do some of that research within the next, I leave Wednesday, a week and a half from now. So tons of research still to do. And then just once again, sleep. Like, I know that I'm going to make sure that when my body is rested, that I get the necessary sleep that I need. I probably didn't sleep enough when I went on my last vacation, when I went to the cruise in Alaska, and my body felt it afterwards. And so I'm going to make sure, like when I'm in the Netherlands, I think we have one day off in the middle, and I have one day before travel. So I'm going to make sure if I need naps and I need to sleep, I'm going to get as much sleep as possible. And then with that, you guys know I don't leave you without giving you some shortcuts, tips, and tricks. That's what I do. Viva Activa, the active life, healthy tips for busy people. So one of the things that really helps me when I am traveling is Sleep Essence. So this is an all-natural supplement that has lavender, flowering oil, vetiver, valerian, tangerine, and rue. So this is not something that I take on a regular basis, but I usually take it when I'm traveling. If I'm traveling in the States, I just don't even have, I just don't sleep as well when I'm in a hotel bed. And so I will take like one of those to make sure I can get to sleep. With the time change, like when I went to Alaska, one thing that did help me a lot was taking 2 of those. And I know I'm going to need to do that when I go to Europe for sure. Possibly when I go to Salt Lake City, just because, again, different time zones. My body does not like to get up in the morning ever, and I'm a night owl. So that's one of the things that I'm definitely going to do. So that is my part 1 for you guys. Some tips and tricks of stuff to do before you leave and on the flight so that you can survive your international travel. I am going to come back tomorrow or possibly Sunday, and I'm going to share part 2 with you with some additional tips of what to do while you're there when it comes to eating and taking vitamins and things like that. And actually share my health and wellness box that came in, because there's a few things that I got in there that's going to help me stay healthy while I am traveling. All right. So as usual, thank you guys. If you come on here, you watch the replay, then #replay. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know if you have some international travel going on, so I can watch you and live vicariously through you and see all the exciting things you're doing. I have so many friends that have just been all over Europe, like Portugal and Greece, and it's been so exciting and makes me so excited for my trip. And as usual, if you know anyone that can use this information, please share it with them immediately. And if you have any questions or concerns, get back with me or the person that has shared this with you. All right, everyone, have an amazing evening. Bye.